anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorders. So, Daniela Vercruz, I'll explain. Okay? So, wow, how are you? I have here 6 types of anxiety disorder. Actually, I need to explain that to you guys. People, they are getting confused, right? About the disorders. How are you, George? Likes anxiety disorder. Did you ever heard about you suffering? Hey, sufferers of anxiety. I'll explain and we'll have an exercise, okay, for anxiety disorder. So, the specific phobia of anxiety, okay? The first anxiety disorder we'll discuss now. Intense fear. Intense fear, it's anxiety. Don't you think? Fear of what? To go to the dentist, fear of spiders, fear of snakes, fears of to sleep by yourself in a dark bedroom. You know that all could start when you're a little child. Sharing here in the comments when started you having fears, the phobia of anxiety. Go to sleep, the fear of the darkness, the fear of look at and see a spider hiding somewhere, cockroach, a rat, a mice. Oh my gosh, there are mice that they are this size. The fear of have a mice. If you go in any empty room, closets, the fear of to meet a mice. A spider could happen for woman and man. A snake, more women have the fear of to meet a snake. A rat. All right. I remember once I was on the top of my toilet, screaming, yelling my husband to please come and kill the rat. But he was in the first floor, sleeping. He never heard me. I was on the top, 3-story home. He never heard me that I needed him for kill that. He calls mice, but it's actually a rat. So this kind of phobia to go to the dentist. I know people that they need to go to the dentist, but they never go. Do you know someone like that? It's the phobia, the anxiety that they need to do some kind. This is all psychoanalysis explaining, okay? The fear of to lose a part of ourselves. It's all connected with the childhood. As a child, I have the fear of growth. And when you're traumatized, I am afraid of to go to dentist and lose a teeth, my tooth. This is all connected with psychoanalysis, one of my expertise. Where you are at, I'm in California. I'm originally from Brazil. So please tell me a little about you guys so I can know, I can share more, and you know more about me. I'm the psychologist Daniela Vercruz. Social anxiety is the second type. Being specific about anxiety. It's afraid, the fear of negative evaluation. I'm afraid of being judged. If I move it for another country, I used to be extremely afraid of to move for different country, and I moved it 4 times. I was in I was in Spain in my early 20s to do my first master degree by myself. studying and working, I was afraid of so many things. Even though I faced my fears, I'm still afraid of so many things. Even though I learned techniques to face my fears. How about you? What are you afraid of? What are you suffering? The sufferers of anxiety, Penelope, Drake, Ellie, Jamo, the fear of do not understand your own identity. Today I had a patient that she changed her name. She is born a girl, but even though she changed her name, became a United States citizen, she changed her name. Why all that story started? I don't like, oh, it was a really ugly name. It was a normal name. A name that could be Latin name, the same, little different pronunciation, English. She decided to change her name. Why that fear of to face your own life? She became a citizen, right? My patient. Recently, today we had a session, psychoanalysis. Why the fear of to face your background, your family background, your origin? It started with mom and daddy, father and mom. They had a baby. I love to use the family dynamic therapy for every patient have a different story. So why she decided to change her identity? It's like she born it again. She wants to have that sense. She's a new patient, so she didn't know. New patient. It's like psychoanalysis, 6 months, a year, 2 years to see deep results. But also depends. Every person. You change session by session, between sessions. The therapeutic process is between sessions, right? It's your aging. So I never will stop a patient to change her name because that do not change her identity. Does that make sense to you? Makes sense. You change your name, you change your sex, you change your country, does not change your identity. I changed country 4 times. Master degree, different college in Europe, go back to Brazil and decided now that I'm in my 40s, I'm almost a decade United States. I'm also a citizen. I have the last name of my husband's family. Because make easier. Ver cruz. Make easier for, all the documentation, whatever. Right? I'm married, so when I got married, I honor my actual husband. Why? Because I leave my father. I honor my father, but I leave my father's last name. Why? To change my identity? No, I'm still the same. But well, to honor my husband, because if not, it will look awkward if I not change my name, last name, you know. But I'm still the same. My essence is the same. And when I learned the family dynamic, oh my gosh, I don't need to replace my dad. With my husband, I understand that I'm independent. I'm a grown person. My mother also, she allows me to grow. My mom, she always said, hey, you grow. You are adult. Go and do things that I never could do. Learn new languages, right? So for this reason, I learned five. Become a professional independent. But to honor my mom, I take her advice seriously, even with all my fears, phobias that I have, a lot of anxiety, right? Say, daddy. So I mentioned the specific phobia with is about snakes, spiders, darkness. Say, mommy, right, Jane? Social anxiety, so a specific phobia, social anxiety, panic disorder, anxiety, become anxious about panic. I panic about what? My fear, I cannot accept, I have to decline someone to join this life. So I panic about what? The shrimp cases, the fear of leaving home. Don't you think I was afraid of to leave home when I was 19? To go to a college from South America to Europe to go for finish my college. After that, do my master degree. Don't you think I was afraid of? Of course, my mom, she had to say, go, go, go. It's a great opportunity. I had a teacher that she said is a great opportunity. And I have my Spanish background. So because I was extremely curious, I'm a person that I'm curious. I'm curious. I read one book a day if I take my time, things like that. I'm curious. I want to learn. So my curiosity was bigger than my fear, my panic disorder. So symptoms, arousal, eating heavy meals, exercise a lot. Those they are extreme cases of anxiety. Yesterday, I saw on the YouTube Dr. Grandi. In here, someone knows Dr. Grandi. He is also has a Spanish background, and that he is also proud of, like me, with Chris. And he was mentioned about the man that wants to live forever, like a Highlander, right? So he spent his whole life taking like over 100 pills every day. The fear of to die. Why you are so afraid of to meet God, right? So he exercise a lot. He has scheduled everything. Intimacy with his girlfriend. I don't know his name, but you can search Dr. Grande. He has over 1 million followers in YouTube. It's one of my a chronic master. Master of what? Bader. What's that mean, Bader? I have no idea who is. So, this guy that wants to live forever, never die, or maybe live over 100 years old. I don't know. So, he has scheduled the time that he should eat every day. He only eats every day up to 11 a.m. Look at that, guys. How crazy. Have over 100 pills and have scheduled to have intimacy, to have sex with his girlfriend. And so his girlfriend was suing him for some reason. I don't know about all those gossips, but it's very interesting. The fear of to die, to face God. As a Christian psychologist, I'm not afraid of to face God. I used to have panic of death, for sure. Of someone was about to kill me or someone was planning to kill me. Then I start to have patients that they're afraid of so many things, like being poisoned by them old yogurt, like have a roommate that was poisoned them. So you know what? I start working on my own fears, give up of my own fears, and then this panic disorder, I start releasing. okay? That the worst is about to happen. For example, agoraphobia. It's another extreme case of who here knows what agoraphobia is? Sharing here with me. Okay. The obsessive compulsive disorder is also anxiety. OCD. I had a boyfriend. I became a psychologist because all the people I met in my life, right? Personal relationships. Because my first college was law school. He's still like that. Wash his hand like 10 times before leave home. He, all those intrusive thoughts, fears, lock the door, make sure the door is locked, afraid of to park somewhere that someone was going to steal his car or someone that could unlock his car. I have a patient that he said he is so afraid of to leave home because he think his neighbor, since now he's living by himself, his neighbor is will going to unlock his door and uh you know steal from him anything, anything, a pen, uh people that they do not worth much. Of course, he is extremely afraid of to be stolen. This is also could be considered OCD. You all the time you have to check your bank account. My grandmother, she passed away, God bless her soul. She used to hide her money. She never trusted bank. Are you like her? My nephew, 22-year-old nephew, he didn't trust bank actually. Well, now he trusts more, but when he moved here to United States to live with me, to go to the college, oh my gosh. For him to accept to have a credit card, for do not hide the money at home, from his first job in United States, the fear of to being someone rob you, steal your money, take things from you. Hey guys, how come to release this fear? I'm going to give you here our exercise. Understand that what you have do not belong to you. It's not yours. God gave to you. Thank you, Caramel. Caramelius. So where are you from, Caramelius? So if I understand that if I lose this blouse, okay, the silk blouse I bought me too. I'm also in California, Newport Beach. So if I lose this blouse, someone stole from me. Brazil, originally from Brazil, live in California almost for a decade. So if someone steal from me this blouse, I understood. I start understanding this person needs more than me. Maybe I can get upset for a few. Maybe, look, the things they're upsetting me less and less. I take care of my things. I live in a good area. I have nice neighbors. But guys, if a person needs more these blouses than me, am I going to die because that? Am I going to believe God do not love me? Does not make sense. Am I going to be attached for that? Like, oh my gosh, so the fear of everything, if I have my health, my mind, I have my mental health, guys, for God's sake. I have a patient, she just being released from the hospital because she goes to the psychiatrist, all right? And because she had a Christmas breakdown, the fear of being abandoned, people are afraid of her. I do the Zoom calls with her appointments once a week. I know I recommended twice a week. I know how much she needs. Thank you for the hearts. Share this live with someone that is suffering from anxious attacks. So I know the out of ordinary thoughts my patient have. I'll keep, I'm very discreet. I never share more details. Where is she from? I speak five language, so where is she from? Not never share things like that. But I know she was about to have a breakdown. I had that intuition, that feeling. But well, things happen. So she was hospitalized. Calling me, text me from the hospital. I was the one that had to contact her emergency contact, right? A person from her family to be aware of her condition. Because guys, psychiatric, they cannot handle everything. I'm a person that, first, I'm a compassionate human being. I work my own fears. So I take care of my patients one-on-one, the group therapy that support females. So I have my WhatsApp, I have my phone, I have, all right, my personal phone number, but I have my professional phone number that I turn on every day. It's part of my responsibility with my patients. So here, it's not, so the obsessive compulsive disorder is not about real life problems. It's compulsive. It's like wash your hands 10 times. Make sure, uh, let's say something, you didn't lost your key. Make sure you remember where your car is parked. Or you go and check your car. I know people that they leave meetings, even colleagues of mine, psychologists. They leave, like important conference to check them car 5 times, afraid of to be someone comes and steal them things. Is that a real fear? Let's suppose your car is have insurance. So that's it. If someone steal your car, steal your car. But so the intrusive thoughts, it's if someone put a bomb in my car, if someone unlock my car, and you know what? Steal from me papers, important papers. All right, Johnny? I'm also on YouTube, okay? This is free therapy. I'm so worried about our society right now. I'm extremely worried what's going on. Because I see colleagues of mine. I see colleagues of mine. I sit there paranoid. Who is in here is in YouTube. So let me tell you something. The generalized anxiety disorder, okay? Any kind of concern, finance, relationships. You just met someone. It's your friend. It's your friend. I have this last year, no, a couple of years ago almost. It was we became new friends. She is completely different background. Persian. She's not a patient, it's a friend. I have many friends that are Persians. All kind of background. And she at the gym, you met at the gym. And she shows me all her fears of to meet new people. Because all those fears, she's over 50s. She never left the home, her mother's side. Because of her, Hey, baby, I'm stuck in traffic, so I might be a little late. No, you are not my hobby, but it was fun. So, look, I like that. I like jokes. So, my friend, we became friends, and she said, Daniela, how come now she's 55? I'm 41. And how come she will leave her mother? Because now her mother is in a health condition that needs her. And now, but her siblings, they have like enough money to support the mom financially. So I said, you know what? If it's a step by step, you don't need to leave your mother's home right now, but you need to find a job professionally. Danielle, I never will be successful. I want to be a social worker, but it wasn't enough for my mom. Look how controlling a mother can be. Her mother wants her to be in real estate business and make tons of money, be really successful, was was uh, uh, her sister married with a really successful man, and her brother really successful financially. So she never could move her mother's side. 55. Is that happened to you? Because this is real here in California. Everywhere, right? So, post traumatic stress disorder. I believe in God. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in just one God, the supreme one, the superior force, intelligence, and knowledge. Do you? It's grace twice, black, pink love. I love that. So, but however, I have friends, Jewish, Persian, all the religions. Okay, so Muslim. So I am a Christian. I'm raised in Catholic. I am a Catholic, but I have friends that they're pastors. Okay. I want to evangelize more because, as a Christian psychologist, about virtues, values, and for the community. Okay. It's I consider this in here already, this free therapy volunteering, but I put my hands on volunteer work. People that they are on the shelters that need food, help, someone to talk and to be listened. Most of people, they have certain mental health issues when they are homeless, but no one asks them the names. So name is identity. So I was sharing here earlier my patient that she just changed her name, and she's born a girl and she's still a girl in her name, but for some reason she wants to change that, right? Not going to share further details, but a psychoanalysis, she's a patient of psychoanalysis. So post-traumatic stress disorder, sharing here with me your post-traumatic disorder, stress disorder, anything that happened and you try to avoid. You try to live with a roommate because you're afraid of something terrible will happen. You are afraid of to visit California because you're afraid of, you know, whatever earthquake happen because you already experienced something else happen in your childhood or in your life that was a flood, hurricane. So those they are all post-traumatic, right? The afraid of to lose your home, the feeling. So how come you detach this feeling from others? The hyper arousal, hyper vigilant. I become hyper vigilant. I cannot sleep at the night. Why most of people they have insomnia? Why most of people cannot sleep at the night? Hyper vigilance. Why someone is hypervigilance? Why is so important turn off your phone? when you're sleeping. Oh, but I like to sleep with the raining, whatever. In the long term, is not good. Trust in your silence, because if not, you're going to become hyper vigilant. Oh, anything happened. My neighbor, let's suppose, had a fight with his wife, and the cops came by, and now I'm hyper vigilant. It's post traumatic. He almost killed his wife. You become hyper vigilant, and also you are afraid of to meet a new man because you're afraid of that will happen to you also. A man that's extremely abusive, or that happened in your childhood. You you know what, testified something that it was the worst that could happen in your family. A father was beating your mother, abusing your mother, your sister, and you saw that. Post traumatic. So the anxiety and avoidance. Tomorrow I'm back in here. You know me, all right, guys? Daniela Vercruz. For appointments that danielavercruz@gmail.com or daniela.phd.psychology@gmail.com or WhatsApp +1 424 333 6851. Ask me questions, DM me, okay, for more device. Follow me on all the social media. Share more, okay, about you, so I know a little more about you, okay? Bye. See you then. Now in 10 minutes I have an appointment. Now it's 5:20 Pacific time. I'm coming off in between appointments, okay? Bye. So between appointments, I'll be here. Appointments.danielavercruz@gmail.com. WhatsApp +1 424 333 6851. I'm working in my so many great things coming up, guys. A training for self-love, self-esteem for you guys, females or men that have want to have intimate connection with God and yourself, okay? Working your self-esteem and self-love. I'll share more about this product that will be released soon, okay? With a very affordable price. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.